The hydrogen atom is the most fundamental form of elements. They are composed of one electron and one proton. The electron is yang and the proton is yin. Sky is consistently yang from the beginning to the end. Earth is consistently yin from the beginning to the end. Therefore, sky and earth is identical to yin-yang. The electron and proton's symmetry in the hydrogen can be broken according to different conditions. In this case, it is an electrical symmetry. But the electricity is not the main energy for life. Life uses chemical energy, which is from the sun. Throughout the process of the photosynthesis, the energy from the sun can be transformed to chemical energy. It constitutes water and fire axis. The water serves as a kind of container to store chemical energy. It is possible to think that water is changed to sugar, carbohydrate. First, hydrogen and hydroxyl radical are divided, and then carbon is put between them. The structure of the glucose shows the design. However, the actual chemical reaction is different. Instead of inserting carbon to H2O, hydrogen from water is added to CO2. Even the process is different, the purpose of the design still stands. In the process of cellular respiration, two hydrogen are divided to two protons and two electrons. These electrons have high energy from the sun. Through the electron transport chain in the mitochondria, electrons lose their energy, and it is transformed to ATP. The low energy electrons combine with two protons and oxygen and make H2O, water. Oxygen serves as the terminal electron acceptor. In contrast to the cellular respiration, uncontrolled reaction yields an explosive release of energy in the form of heat and light. It is not desirable to use this kind of reaction in life because it is too dangerous. It is the difference between water and fire axis and sky and earth axis. I think that Jin Sunder is TCA cycle, also known as the Krebs cycle and the citric axis cycle. And Son, Win is the electron transport chain. They are main engines to produce ATP, which is the primary carrier of energy in cells. The main engine to make ATP is the cellular respiration. But please note that there is a process before cellular respiration initiates in the mitochondria. The glycolysis in cytosol can make small amount of ATP. It is related with GAN, mountain design. When ATP is produced through the electron transport chain in the mitochondria, free radicals are also generated inevitably, and they are harmful to DNA. Stem cells are like backup copies. The change in their environment must be minimized to maintain stable conditions. Also, the oxygen level should be kept low, because oxygen has high reactivity. It is called hypoxic niche. Because they cannot get energy from the aerobic respiration, they should get energy from the anaerobic respiration. The process is a kind of fermentation, and it's the reason why oxygen-free energy pathway is needed at the mountain state. The bioenergetics of later heaven Bhagwa is summarized. Main fuel, glycolysis, TCA cycle, electron transport chain, and ATP, energy. Earth, swamp, and sky are not the main producers of energy, but consumers. But they might have some roles too. The role of Earth can be thought to be the electron acceptor. It helps ATP production. Because without clearing the low energy electrons, the TCA cycle and the electron transport chain cannot function. The role of gun sky can be thought to be the mechanism of the gluconeogenesis. Gun is yang, pure energy. It is identical to 1 with yang in Gam water. Some kinds of different energy sources can be used to recharge the main fuel, the glucose. The role of SWAM might be related with auxiliary pathways. They are regulated according to the energy demands of the swamp state. I've already mentioned that these parts of the later heaven Bhagwa are more inclined to be consumers than producers in the bioenergetic level. The design of SWAM is to select something for next generations. Earth and sky help SWAM to accomplish the job. Earth generates different combinations by mixing. SWAM selects something. Sky cuts off the process. And water keeps them. Thank you for listening.